Elimination Chamber is this weekend, so me and Hamlet are here to predict the entire card. We will also be doing a live stream this weekend, so make sure you join us then. But let's get right into it with the first match. Big, beefy men, slapping man,
massive people.
That's definitely what it is. Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar. Who you got?
I've got Bobby Lashley.
Hello.
The most exciting thing about this match for Elimination Chamber is that hopefully it's not this match for WrestleMania.
Yes.
I know I shouldn't look gift horses in the mouth, especially when they're as big as these two.
Yeah.
But I'm sort of done with it. And I hope if WWE are done with it too, they're giving it to Bobby Lashley. Brock Lesnar, as we've seen, can be recovered any which way he likes.
Yep.
Me and you were sat last summer in the baking heat of the studio watching the man drive to the ring on a tractor after he'd lost conclusively.
Really excited about a match that would have been pretty dry going into.
Absolutely, it's like, well, he's lost conclusively at Roman, it's done. You didn't think about tipping the ring upside down. So I feel like Lashley and the potential reunification of the Hurt Business gives him all the narrative reasons to win. And it's Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania season. He doesn't need a win to bounce him into the next thing.
Fair. I'm going to go with the complete opposite, and I'm going to put my WWE brain in and go Brock Lesnar. And I'm going to have Bobby lose the match, and then that's the catalyst to bring the Hurt Business back. And he's like, okay, fine, like I can't do this, I'll join with you, and then we'll move on going forwards. And also, it's Brock Lesnar. It's difficult in my mind to bet against Brock Lesnar in these kind of situations when it's in WWE. And also, there's a little bit of a streak going on. I don't know if you know, but he's undefeated at Elimination Chamber.
I didn't know that, although I shouldn't have.
I mean, it is 1-0, but I'm pretty sure WWE are going to have that 2-0 graphic ready to go.
Me and you were covering for Elimination Chamber last year on the stream, and I do recall him hoying Austin Theory off a chamber pod.
Yeah.
That's one of the actual only prevailing memories from, that was a Saudi chamber, wasn't it?
That was.
Yeah,
I'm also going to go with the classic law of opposite momentum in that Bobby was standing tall at the end of their segment on Raw.
Good, yes.
Means Brock Lesnar's going to win.
I can't actually follow that logic either.
Next up, we have the Women's Elimination Chamber. It is Carmella versus Nikki Cross versus Asuka versus Natalya versus, I'm going to see if I can do this, Liv Morgan versus another one.
You can do this.
Raquel Rodriguez.
Well done.
I did it.
They're all right then, you didn't even know that.
Yeah,
unless you've got incredible peripheral vision or those like magician's glasses where there's the little mirrors in the back.
What have you got?
Well, I watched Shayna Baszler's Elimination Chamber 2020 dominance to sort of get my head in place for this. Adam Wilborn might have mentioned this once or twice. I don't know if you know that match well. It brings up from time to time, I've got Asuka misting every single wrestler in this match, all 6 women in the out of the pods and in action, and then she's just got different coloured mists. Kana brings more to the table than Asuka ever did. So bang, Nikki Cross can have a blue one because it's Scotland. Natalya can have a pink one because we've never had pink before, but it's going to match her gear. Liv Morgan's always doing, watch me. Well, you can't because you've been blinded by the black mist. And then Raquel Rodriguez is last. Like the red mist is the most devastating, and Raquel Rodriguez is the most devastating wrestler in the match. She gets right there. Uh-oh, surprise roll up. Carmella's going to WrestleMania. Mellamania, baby.
Mella is mania.
I can't see. I know people are banging to Asuka since the rebadge at the Royal Rumble, and it's all well and good. Like it's Asuka. Like her and Bianca Belair would go at WrestleMania. But I just feel like, do you remember when Jack Swagger randomly came back around WrestleMania season and they had him win a chamber?
Yeah.
I think he was fighting Bertie Del Rio at WrestleMania. But it was a bit of the chamber is like a less risky Royal Rumble as a way to just elevate somebody out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Carmella's just come back. They've not really committed to anything for her yet, but she has this cachet from her career before. Mm-hmm. So Carmella, Bianca Belair, I know it's not maybe Bianca Belair sub-main event level stuff, but it's just something different. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm suggesting that people maybe temper their expectations for Asuka, but I know my suggestions have not worked on you.
No, because I am 100% going for Asuka.
I get it.
You're right. I can't see Asuka versus Bianca Belair at Mania isn't. I don't know. It's not
a good match by
pairing.
default, isn't it?
It's definitely going to be a good match, but it's not your standard kind of person to be going up against such a babyface as like Bianca Belair. It doesn't quite fit.
Almost like the Rhea Ripley match they booked was better, and Asuka and Charlotte.
Like there was a really logical direction to go there that they should have just gone in. But anyway, I'm going to stick with Asuka because nobody in that match is ready for Asuka. Like that's just absolutely official. I think Liv Morgan's going to go out by doing something absolutely ludicrous, which I'm kind of looking forward to, not gonna lie. But Asuka versus Bianca Belair, I think Bianca Belair wins it, and it's like another sort of huge win for Bianca Belair. Like, let's just properly cement Bianca Belair at the top of this card.
I will say, though, neither of us are picking her. Based on the Royal Rumble, I feel like Raquel Rodriguez could have another good night.
Yeah.
Like a dominant performance where maybe she's undone at the end or something like that. There's clearly there's something there, and they've got high hopes, but I wonder if Triple H is taking his time.
Exactly, but next up, we have the Grit couple versus the Judgment Day. Beth Phoenix and Edge going up against Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley. I wonder who you've got for this one.
I'm in the flipping Judgment Day. And I'm with Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley here. I want Beth Phoenix, the glamazon that she was, eating absolute at the hands of Rhea Ripley.
Grit.
Absolute
grit.
Thank you, Phil. You got us out of trouble. Listen, you can tell you do the YouTube stuff. No, like Beth Phoenix here, as great as she is and has been, I think has got to eat grit for Rhea Ripley's sake as she charges forth to WrestleMania to dethrone Charlotte Flair. I'm genuinely looking forward to this. WWE have realised that serious Edge is maybe too serious for its own good, and the Judgment Day have just been a blast. They've just been so much fun, and this story has become like there's really serious implications. A father has been separated from his son, a wife has been concertoed and concussed. There's all sorts of like mega high stakes, but they've just realised she should be funny instead. Like we're recording this just on the February the 15th, so one day removed from the Rhea Ripley Dominic Mysterio Valentine's Day gone awry as a result of Rey Mysterio taking the card.
He made prison wine.
It's a sting operation, Rhea. Like they're just having a blast with it. But in the meantime, you can actually arrive at serious consequences. So Rhea getting the title match at Mania. These two big boys here, Finn and Edge, possibly going into Hell in a Cell, and of course Rey and Dominic at the end of it. I just really like how they've pivoted slightly from the serious to the silly to keep this whole thing fresh. So yeah, it's Judgment Day for me, but I'm bang into this. I'm glad we're getting this now as well. It's not WrestleMania worthy, but it's good fun for this show.
100%, I'm with you on this one. Judgment Day, we're matching up, but I'm gonna put. I don't know why. I just got this in my head earlier, and I just want Rhea Ripley to pin Edge.
Oh my God! Yes, please.
Huge cherry on the top, where she like has the choice of pinning one of them, and she goes for Edge or something like that, and it's like screw you both.
Edge like Dominic Mysterio's done a run-in, and he's stood in the way, and Edge is lined up a spear, but he moves, and Edge spears his own wife. So like Beth Phoenix rolls to the outside, and Rhea Ripley riptides Edge. We've cracked it.
That's there
you
go.
You are welcome, WWE. We know you're watching. You can have that one for free.
Absolutely beautiful. Next up, the men's Elimination Chamber match. It is for Austin Theory's United States Championship. So obviously he's in there along with Seth Rollins, and I'm totally not going to get this one right. Damian Priest. I'm going to have to look. Johnny Gargano, Bronson Reed, and Montez Ford. Who have you got?
Well, bit of a twist.
Hello.
I'm still in the flipping Judgment Day. I want JD to sweep the board. This is more of a heart rather than head decision.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're definitely leading with your heart with this one.
Damian Priest taking the US title in WrestleMania might seem a little bit out there, but I know the Austin Theory and John Cena teasers are out in the wild, and there's all this discussion about Theory having the title on a TV show he's already filmed and things like that.
Yeah.
WWE just aren't as protective over that sort of stuff as they used to be. I think in their minds, the company that once would have fumed at the idea of a champion wearing his title when he no longer has it, simply don't care. It's just, well, this was filmed 3 weeks ago. He's not the champion anymore. Damian Priest has, like everybody in that group, truthfully, overperformed. He's over-delivered in the success that story has been.
Found himself, like everyone else in this Judgment Day.
Yeah, he is the one guy. And look, he would be great as an outside enforcer for Finn or Rhea or Dominic in these big WrestleMania matches.
Yeah.
But he's the one guy from this super over stable that hasn't yet found himself with something to do at WrestleMania. So strap him up now, and there's that thing.
There's always the Andre the Giant battle memorial belt.
That's a way for them to sweep the board at least, isn't it? He gets his big trophy, and they replace the Andre with the Dominic on that chocolate trophy.
With a little tear. I don't think he's going to win. Sorry, I'm sticking with Austin Theory for this. Fair. I think the United States title history with John Cena is too good to... If you're going to do that match, it kind of makes sense to be on. Although it doesn't need it by any stretch of the imagination. I think Austin Theory's getting this one. I think Bronson Reed is the sort of outsider choice, because obviously he's undefeated since his call-up, and they're going to do something special to protect him. But I'm not entirely sure what.
It's a weird one, this, isn't it? Because a lot of people have said, like, I accept that this is my biases towards Damian Priest. A lot of people are suggesting this is Austin Theory's, home run. But there's a lot to look at in this match. Bronson Reed will definitely run into one of them chamber pods.
Yep.
Definitely.
100%.
Montez Ford will presumably try to fly off the top of one.
Yep, absolutely.
Johnny Gargano kind of needs to remind people why he's Johnny wrestling.
Johnny Gargano,
there's a lot to this, even if the result's not in doubt.
It's like it feels bad that I'm literally going into a match with Johnny Gargano in it, and he is not even in my mind as a possible potential winner. Like, there's just no chance whatsoever, and I feel bad about this. But yeah, I'm sticking with Austin Theory. Very, very sneaky victory, obviously.
Yeah. Last out,
yeah. To get the win.
Yeah.
Final match. The big one.
It's not my stomach going.
Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn in Montreal for the undisputed Universal WWE Championship.
Well done.
Thanks. Who have you got?
I don't want to put my hand up, but I'm going to have to. We're still the ones. Yeah, look, we're very fortunate in our position to obviously been able to engage with a bunch of people online.
Yep.
And there are a million fantasy booking scenarios flying around. Everybody's got their own idea of how you do this, how you get to WrestleMania with all of them involved, all of the key players. WWE have handled that beautifully with these Cody Rhodes promos on Raw and the other things happening conversely on SmackDown. I just think it's Roman's night. Yeah. I don't have a problem with it. Huge Game of Thrones spoiler coming, so look and listen away now and find a timestamp or something like that. The top babyface of Game of Thrones had to be killed in the first season in order for the entire rest of the show to work. And I think that's what we've got here with Sami Zayn. It's going to be heartbreaking to watch happen in Montreal. But I still believe they can capture the magic of Money in the Bank 2011 with the sweeping vistas of the crowd, with the noise, with the sheer adulation and euphoria, and still deliver that defeat. Because even in defeat, we can arrive at something better, which is, of course, the return of Kevin Owens, which I think is where you find your send him home happy, old-fashioned WWE style pop there. Magic of the Rumble beatdown was that there just appeared no end in sight other than Jey Uso walking away.
Yeah.
This time he won't walk away, he will make his choice, and it will be heartbreaking, and he will choose the bloodline. But Kevin Owens saving the day, considering the last time we saw him was handcuffed against those ropes. I think it's going to give people that sense of hope that it all isn't lost for Sami Zayn, even if the title match is.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you'd be very hard-pressed to bet against Roman Reigns in this. Just that first visual after Roman Reigns done his gigantic entrance, the first visual of them squaring up and them doing the title belt stuff at the beginning of this, that crowd is going to be going absolutely nuts. Yeah. And I cannot wait for just that as a moment. Seeing that fiery Sami Zayn babyface sort of back for the first time in a long-ass time. TV's gone. No, TV's had enough of it.
It's projecting that the light's going to go out and the Fiend's going to be there. I didn't realise that the biggest title match on a B show in years is a pitch black match. Which is great, by the way, because if it means we get sent more of this by Jeff Raidmaker or other legends like him, I'm game.
I'm going with Roman Reigns in a historic fashion. I think they need, we've spoke about it in the office and on pods and things, but some kind of dusty finish or something where you just get that hot, huge pop, but it's not the one. I still think, I don't know, there's still a part of me that thinks they need to switch the plans up and go with a Sami in a main event of a Mania, but I still think they can do the 2 nights thing and split the belts up. Because I think that, Cody gets the first win, because that's the historic one. He's finally the one to dethrone Cody. But then Sami gets the almost sneaky, but not quite, second win with an incredibly pissed off Roman Reigns that's already been beaten the night before and is already a bit emotional about it or something.
As part of the bloodline kind of eroding and breaking down. I want to shout out my esteemed colleague and fellow daddy boy, Michael Sidgwick, for a pitch that he made about the Usos, Sami and Kevin being less of a straight babyface and heels match, something akin to the Revolution tag between Paige and Omega versus the Young Bucks, where, because we've seen how Jimmy and Jay are still bonded in spite of what's happened in the bloodline, maybe Jay doesn't just straight up turn on Sami, maybe he deeply regrets his decision, and when they have that tag match, you can see really the Usos don't want to be part of Roman's entourage anymore. They just feel like they're stuck with it, and as Roman's power dissipates, so too does their need to stick to him. And even in the fact they've got to have a match for these belts, it doesn't have to be we need to kill each other. It can be, you know what, we're fighting for the titles, we're not fighting for the tribal chief, something like that. So I like that it doesn't necessarily have to be as straightforward as Jey Uso turns, he was evil all along. I'd like them to keep this doubt and this feeling of, I have to do this, I don't really want to. I quite like that.
And the fact that they've got to this point in this story that's been going on for so long now, leading into the biggest show of the year, and it's still this interesting, this engaging, and with this many options going out of a show leading into WrestleMania, where you're not quite sure exactly the route that they're going to go and how they're going to get there, is just a testament to how great this story's been and how great everyone involved is.
Totally, man. Like the Rumble, I remember going at the Rumble, the whole point was, what you could say with confidence was, they have a plan. We've never been able to say this for years and years and years. I'm talking decades. They have a plan, and touch wood, the old McMahon that resigned in disgrace is not going to get in the way of his prodigal son-in-law and let this plan play out. It feels like whatever was decided for the Rumble happened, and whatever's decided on Saturday is already in people's brains. It's not like a day of tear it up, I've come up with something different. Like, it's Brock Lesnar's here. It's not. It's just going to play out exactly as they probably had on the docket for a while, and that's quite a nice feeling.
And who knew? It sells tickets as well. Craziness! But that is the Elimination Chamber predictions. Thank you very much for joining us. Make sure you come and join our live stream on Saturday.
Yes.
Saturday night for the Elimination Chamber. We'll be there for the whole show, so come and watch some wrestling with us. But you can follow us over on Twitter. You can follow Michael at
Michael Hamflet.
And you can follow me at Fill My Chambers. You can follow us all at WhatCulture WWE. Loads of videos about the Elimination Chamber coming up, so make sure you watch them all. But most importantly, have yourselves a bloody good day.